Hi, Colin Boyd from colinboyd.com.au here, and I think all great leaders are exceptional at asking good quality questions. I'm going to show you the secret to asking a good quality question. This is going to be good. Speak to you soon. Hi, Colin Boyd from colinboyd.com.au here, and the other day I was running a coaching skills for managers workshop. I was teaching them really how to be coaches as a leader. And one of the key skills of a great coach is their ability to ask exceptional questions. Have you ever been sitting in a meeting and just been kind of stuck with a problem and been thinking there, just sitting there thinking, what question do we need to ask to find the solution? Because when you think about it, what do people want? People want answers. But to get an answer, you have to actually ask a question. And the problem is that people ask really dumb questions. So for example, have you ever asked yourself the question like, why is this happening to me? And it's probably in like that tone and that voice, like, why is this always happening to me? Like some question like that. And the answer comes in your head like, because you're an idiot, or something like that, right? When you ask a dumb question, you're gonna get a what? A dumb answer, right? So you need to learn how to ask really good quality questions. So let me share with you the secret to asking a really good quality question. So the secret to asking a really good quality question is what is called a presupposition. A presupposition. Now a presupposition is a linguistic assumption. What I mean by that, it's a linguistic assumption that helps someone move forward. So for example, imagine if I was a leader in an organization and I was to ask a question of someone, can you do that? Now that question is okay, but it doesn't have any presupposition in it. So if I was to ask that question with a presupposition, I would say something like, how can you do that? There's a presupposition or an assumption in that sentence that assumes that they can do it, but they just have to work out how. Does that make sense? So for example, you might say, is this working? Or you could ask a question like, how is this working for you? There's an assumption in that sentence that suggests or assumes that it is working for them on some level. So if you can ask a good quality question that helps to move someone forward, like, how can we turn this around? What would be a great outcome in this situation? What is the one thing that we could do here right now that would make the biggest difference? These are all really good quality questions because there is a presupposition or a linguistic assumption in that question that assumes that there's a solution. It assumes that we can move forward. It assumes that we can make progress. So think about what is the linguistic assumption that you want to insert in your sentence to move the person forward. And if they are to accept that linguistic assumption, that will be a more powerful question. So today we've talked about powerful questions, and that if you can ask really good quality questions with linguistic assumptions in them that actually helps people to move forward, you'll become a more effective leader. I trust this has been valuable today, so please like it and tweet it. And what I'd like to hear from you also is, could you comment below, what's a great question that you use? What is a great question that you use in meetings or as a leader with people? What's a great quality question? And always remember, come to colinboyd.com.au to learn how to become influential, to make an impact, and to live an inspired life. Talk to you soon.